I joked with one of our cameramen before I drove this new 2008 Volvo V70 wagon that you should just go and look up the review of the XC70 that we did recently on Driving Television. But that was until I drove it. After I drove it, my attitude entirely changed. I like to call the V70 the dress shoe and the XC70 the cross trainer. I prefer the basic wagon to the crossover look of the XC70. That car looks a bit busy with all the plastic cladding. This car is clean and smooth and classy. There's no sport package yet for this car, but in the past, Volvo has added some tasty wheel and spoiler accents to bring these wagons to life. If you're like me, you might want to wait for the more powerful turbo version of this car due later in 2008. You know what? Wagons like this V70 from Volvo really make a lot of sense to me. In many ways, they're more practical than an SUV. They're easier to get in and out of. Plus, you get the handling of a sedan. The V70 is the second best-selling vehicle in the Volvo lineup, just behind the XC90 SUV. And you know what? It makes sense because Volvo has a long history of making sensible wagons. The power tailgate is sold as part of a premium package and well worth the cost. The cargo area is bigger than the outgoing model and puts most SUVs to shame. The whole cargo bottom can be lifted and stays in place thanks to a hydraulic strut. This makes placing items under the floor a breeze. The cargo floor also flips up to stop items from rolling around, and bags can be hung from the divider. The seats split in a very handy 40-20-40 configuration. We often mention brands like Audi, BMW, and Lexus when we're talking about interior quality and finish, but the interior of this V70 is beautiful with the black and the dark wood. It rivals anything really in its class, and Volvo seats have got to be some of the most comfortable you'll ever sit in, rivaling Jaguar, Bentley seats. Of course, Volvo, known for all their safety advancements, includes all the latest airbags and whiplash protection for the front seat passengers. Now, I've got two little boys, and any parent can tell you that fussing around with booster seats is a pain in the neck. Volvo has the answer to all our child seating problems. It's called the Integrated Child Booster Cushion, and I love it. The bottom of the rear seat pops up to make a booster seat. It's such a simple idea, and if you're a parent, this is a must-have option on this car. Now, we mentioned this in our review of the XC70 that the base model no longer is powered by a turbo 5-cylinder engine. It's now a normally aspirated inline 6-cylinder engine. It has more power at 235 horsepower, but I feel it kind of lacks that low-end grunt that we really enjoyed with the turbo model. Getting this big wagon up and off the line requires a lot of effort from the engine, and you have to use a foot full of throttle. But once you get underway, it cruises with ease. As I mentioned, there will be a sportier turbo version coming later this year. The V70 wagon is not only a utility vehicle for a family, it's a great family car, but it also is a luxury car as well. And what I like about it in comparison to the XC70, the crossover version of this vehicle, is the lower ride height, the touring tires. It's oh so smooth. The V70 can also be equipped with the optional adjustable suspension. There are settings here for comfort, sport, and advanced, and even when you have it on the sport mode, this vehicle just glides across the road. Over the past year, we've covered many of the unique safety features available in today's Volvos, like the blind spot information system, or BLISS, active cruise control, and collision warning system. You should go to our website, drivingtelevision.com, type in Volvo to see how all these systems work. The one thing I do miss from the XC70 is the fact that that vehicle is all-wheel drive, and this vehicle is just front-wheel drive. When you put your foot down hard around a corner or on loose surfaces, you do notice some slip and the wheel tugs a little bit. Now, in the past, these vehicles have been made available with all-wheel drive, not yet, and it's not available in a turbo yet, so I think I'd wait for both of those options. This V70 wagon from Volvo really is a fabulous family vehicle, especially if you have young kids. Those booster seats are a must-have option. Volvo has positioned itself in the market as a practical brand and also a luxury brand, but a lot less than the German imports. If you're looking for a BMW or a Mercedes station wagon, you'd have to spend tens of thousands of dollars more. This V70 starts at $41,995. It has good looks, it's comfortable, it's practical, and it has luxury as well. So it's an alternative to those high-priced German cars, but also an alternative to many SUVs.
For complete specs, go to our website at drivingtelevision.com.